Welcome to Sugosha Media News. Today is 21st of August and here are the top defense, aerospace, strategic technology developments. DRDO and Indian Air Force are preparing to test the PGB-500 precision-guided bomb on the Su-30 MKI, while Q-Alpha Aerospace has unveiled the RHH-150 Hypersonic Stealth Swarm UCAV, reportedly capable of Mach 10. The Indian Army has also issued RFIs for advanced image intensification and thermal night sights for SIG-716, AK-203 rifles and Negev LMGs. Flying Wedge Defence has unveiled the FWD Supreme Lite, touted as India's first AI fighter jet. Meanwhile, NIBE, Zen Technologies, ideaForge, Data Patterns, Bharat Electronics and Paras Defence are in focus as India accelerates indigenous drone and counter-drone procurement, with Zen Technologies positioned in the counter-drone and anti-UAV segment. In geopolitics, India and Japan are advancing cooperation in naval shipbuilding and repairs. In the global news, Germany is set to test the Stark Vanta 6-based reconnaissance USV, and Sweden is backing EU projects to strengthen critical ammunition material supply chains. The news in detail. DRDO and Air Force will conduct carriage and release flight trials of the indigenous PGB-500 precision-guided bombs from the Su-30 MKI fighter aircraft during September and October 26. These trials are expected to validate integration, aerodynamic stability, and release accuracy of the new bomb system. The PGB-500 belongs to the heavier class of guided munitions designed to deliver a 500-kilogram warhead with high accuracy against fortified and strategic targets. It is part of a broader effort to indigenize aerial weapons and reduce reliance on imported systems. The upcoming trials will involve carriage tests where the Su-30 MKI will fly with the bomb mounted on its pylons to assess aerodynamic loads, drag, and aircraft handling. Bangalore-based Q-Alpha Aerospace is advancing India's first indigenous stealth hypersonic swarm UCAV, the RHH-150, designed to reach Mach 10 with a 3,600-kilometer range. Powered by the HTJ-160 air-breathing propulsion system, it combines stealth, swarm tactics, and multi-role versatility to counter advanced regional threats. The RHH-150 is conceived as a next-generation unmanned combat aerial vehicle capable of operating in contested environments. Its strategic purpose is to penetrate anti-access and area denial networks, such as those deployed by China, bypassing traditional interception grids. The aircraft is designed to function both individually and as part of a coordinated swarm, enabling saturation of adversary defenses and execution of multi-angle strikes. Measuring 27.6 meters in length with a wingspan of 14.2 meters, it balances aerodynamic efficiency with internal payload bays for stealthy weapon carriage. The propulsion system is central to its performance. The HTJ-160 hypersonic engine is an air-breathing design that uses atmospheric oxygen, eliminating the need for onboard oxidizers. This allows sustained hypersonic flight with real-time trajectory adjustments. India's push to build indigenous drones and counter-drone systems is moving from policy support to actual defense purchases, bringing a range of listed companies into focus. 6 companies represent different parts of this procurement cycle. NIBE is tied directly to the August 14th Indian Army order for loitering munition systems. Zen Technologies has sizable counter-drone contracts. ideaForge is a direct UAV manufacturer that is developing attack drones and loitering munitions. Data Patterns is supplying radar, electronic intelligence, and jamming technology. Bharat Electronics brings scale in radar, electronic warfare, and directed energy systems. Paras Defence has businesses spanning anti-drone systems, drone platforms, and payloads. On 14th of August, the Ministry of Defence signed contracts worth about 1,577 crore rupees for loitering munition systems for the Army. On August 15th, the Prime Minister, in his Independence Day address, called for India to develop indigenous drones and counter-drone systems and build the ability to supply such technologies to the global market. On 3rd of July, the Defence Acquisition Council cleared capital acquisition proposals worth around 52,000 crore rupees, including the Army's Akash Tarang anti-UAV electronic warfare system, a jet-based kamikaze drone system, and a naval shipborne unmanned aerial system. Flying Wedge Defence and Aerospace has unveiled FWD Supreme Lite, its flight technology demonstrator for an AI-piloted fighter aircraft program, marking a transition from digital engineering and concept development to a physical aircraft. The company released a video preview of the approximately 250 kilogram class demonstrator, which is now progressing through airframe development, system integration, and ground testing. FWDA is targeting the first flight of Supreme Lite in third quarter of 2026. India and Japan will explore the possibility of joint development in naval shipbuilding and design by leveraging Japan's technological expertise and India's production capabilities in accordance with their respective relevant policies. The use of India's production capabilities by Japan under the Make in India framework was also discussed by the two leaders. New shipyards are also being planned. Japan ranks third among the shipbuilding nations in the world with a share of nearly 11%. India has set a steep target of building 5% of the world's fleet by 2035 and making it to the list of the top 5 shipbuilding nations by 2047. According to the joint statement, the Memorandum of Understanding provides a framework for further advancing cooperation between the two countries in the field of maritime security. Specifically, it includes the strengthening of cooperation between the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force and the Indian Navy, including information sharing in the field of maritime domain awareness, as well as enhanced cooperation in areas such as search and rescue and humanitarian assistance and disaster relief. Now the global news. The Bundeshwar Cyber and Information Domain Command will test German company Stark's Seatorp unmanned surface vessel with plans to put it into service as a reconnaissance platform. The Seatorp USV will be used to help triangulate threat locations from more than one direction. This indicates a concept of operations involving single or multiple Seatorps working to add extra sensor points feeding into a common operational picture. Sweden has earmarked 500 million kronor or $53 million to co-finance projects seeking EU funding to expand production of critical ammunition inputs. The funding is available under the €165 million European Defence Industry Programme Energetic Components Initiative, which aims to strengthen European production of gunpowder, explosives, and other key ammunition components. Sweden has selected project applications from Urenco Bofors, Sweden Ballistics, Normo Precision, Namo Sweden, and Ljunggans Microtech. And now a quick wrap of today's news. DRDO and Indian Air Force are set to test the PGB-500 precision-guided bomb on the Su-30 MKI. Q-Alpha Aerospace unveiled the Mach 10 capable RHH 150 Hypersonic Stealth Swarm UCAV. Indian Army has also moved forward with RFIs for image intensification and thermal night insights for 716, AK-203 assault rifles and Negev LMGs. NIBE Zen Technologies, ideaForge, Data Patterns, Bharat Electronics and Paras Defence are emerging as key listed players as India accelerates indigenous drone and counter-drone procurement. Flying Wedge Defence unveiled its FWD Supreme Lite AI fighter jet, while India and Japan strengthened defence cooperation in naval shipbuilding and repairs. Germany is moving ahead with an unmanned reconnaissance vessel program, and Sweden is supporting EU efforts to secure critical materials for ammunition production. At Sugosha Media, we turn complex defense and aerospace developments into clear, actionable insights. From interpreting defense policies and facilitating market entry to navigating offsets and strategic partnerships, we help organizations transform strategy into execution within India's evolving aerospace and defense ecosystem. Follow Sugosha Advisory on LinkedIn to stay informed with the latest insights and become part of the conversation driving India's defense and strategic landscape. Our focus is simple: to bridge policy, technology, and business, enabling organizations to convert regulatory knowledge into sustainable growth and long-term opportunities. We look forward to partnering with you in shaping the next chapter of India's defense and aerospace ecosystem. Thank you.